Thank you, Vijay, for speaking to us. Vijay Jaswal is the CTO at IFS for the Middle East and Africa region and Asia Pacific and Japan. So thank you, Vijay, once again for speaking to Arabian Reseller.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me, Chris.
Thank you. We'll start with a brief about the recent IFS Connect Middle East that happened just a few weeks ago. We would like to understand what was the outcome of the event and the overall response from the attendees.
First of all, the attendees were a mixture of our customers, our partners, and also prospects, our future customers. And the response was really good. It's the first time that we've brought all of our regional customers in the same place. They always hear from us as IFS. We always talk about how great our technology is. But it's really powerful when customers talk to other customers and they share everything, the good things, the challenging things, how they overcame the challenges. So I think that was really good. I think our customers really appreciated that. Secondly, the location was fantastic, right? It's in the Burj Khalifa, really lovely location. So they enjoyed the full day there at the Burj Khalifa. Thirdly, also the content. So as IFS, we spoke about our product strategy, our solution strategy, the different verticals that we play in, the benefits of our technology. So in terms of content, the content was very, very good. The feedback from that was really, really good from the customers. But overall, they enjoyed it and they want more. So we're going to give them more. We're probably going to do another event next year as well.
You also touched upon, at IFS Connect, you also touched upon the IFS Cloud Suite, which is 23R1. We would like to know how can it help companies accelerate into the new reality by optimizing assets, people, and services?
Yeah, great question. So our latest version was released literally 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now. And in terms of our future roadmap, I think the main area, the umbrella, is business resilience. A lot of our customers, a lot of organizations have suffered over the last 3 years, right? There's been COVID, then the Ukraine-Russia crisis, which led to inflation, supply chain issues. So it's been a very, very challenging marketplace for a lot of our customers. So that's the overall umbrella. We want to drive this business resilience to our customers. How are we doing that? 3 ways. Firstly, you mentioned it, optimizing people, assets, and services, making that orchestration more efficient. If you think about any kind of business, whether it's manufacturing, construction, oil and gas, if they can ensure that their assets stay up or active or running, they're getting value from those assets. And an asset could be a pipeline, it could be a drill, it could be a windmill, it could be a piece of equipment that helps them drill or what have you. Now, if that asset is not working, that asset is adding cost. If an asset in a production facility isn't working, the whole production facility could go down, right? A production facility, it's like a chain. A chain is only as strong as the weakest link. And if that weakest link is a piece of equipment that's come down, the whole production facility will stop working. They're going to stop producing product. Customers are going to be unhappy. So I think the whole people, asset, orchestration and services orchestration is really, really important. Where does the services and the people side come into it? Well, assets need maintaining. And we need to make sure that the right people with the right tools are available at the right time and the right place in order to ensure that that asset gets maintained and it's always up. That's the key for us, uptime, maximum uptime, so an organization gets maximum value. So that's the orchestration piece. The second piece is all around connecting our global operations. Many of our customers aren't just in one geography, they're in different geographies, especially when it comes to things like supply chain or moving their assets or their materials from one location to another location. Now, different geographies come with their own challenges, different regulations. There's the actual physical act of getting something from point A to point B, customs, etc. So we're trying to smooth that journey out by removing the various different silos. So that's the second piece, connecting our customers around global operations. The third piece to our product strategy is ESG. I think ESG is big on everybody's agenda, and we want to. And I think, you know, IFS technology by nature helps organizations become more efficient, which means if an engineer jumps in a car, rather than that engineer expending all of that kind of emissions for 3 visits to fix a piece of equipment, we can do that in 1 visit by using things like remote assistance to diagnose the issue. So the engineer doesn't have to jump in a car, expend that petrol and the emissions, multiple times. So if we can diagnose the problem using technology, then the engineer knows, right, this part needs changing. I'm going to jump in the car, change the part, and it's 1 trip. So the kind of foundation of IFS technology is improving efficiency, and that plays very well into the whole ESG landscape. But we also help with the S and the G, and I think the governance piece is really important in ESG.
We're also talking about the journey of companies into digital transformation, and cloud is playing a very important role in that perspective. So what factors are driving your product development roadmap for IFS Cloud?
Good question, Chris. Three areas, basically. The first one is customers. We listen to our customers. We've been around now for a few decades, so we've got a very large customer base, so we've got experience in these various the 6 verticals that we play in. Aviation and defense, manufacturing, construction, energy, which includes oil and gas and utilities, telcos, and the 6th one is any service-rich industry, any industry that has many engineers running around trying to fix stuff, right? So those are the 6 areas that we play in. So to answer your question, the most important thing is we listen to our customers. What do our customers want? What enhancements do they want in the product and our solution? So we listen to them, and we have 2 releases every year, 2 main releases every year, with kind of service releases in between. And very often, a lot of the new enhancements are driven by what our customers want. So that's the most important one for us. Secondly, market trends. We listen to the Gartners, the Forresters, the IDCs of the world in terms of market trends. Ourselves, we're out in the field, and we look at the market trends, whether it's AI, digital twin, machine learning, blockchain, all of these kind of new innovations. And I think what's important for us is to really decipher the hype from reality, right? Ensuring that a lot of these newer, whether they're hype or whether they become reality, it's all about value. Do they deliver value to our customer? If they do, then we'll bring it into our solution set. And we've got sprinklings of machine learning, IoT, digital twin. I've already mentioned the remote assistance already inbuilt into our solutions. Third area is regulations. So depending on the geographic area, whether it's EU as a whole or Middle East as a whole or GCC or country specific, so that's the third angle. So we listen to our customers for product direction. We listen to the market, and we look at regulation. So these are the 3 factors that govern how we move forwards with our product development roadmap.
In terms of future-proofing their operations, how can businesses use IFS Evergreen Model?
So the Evergreen Model is all about, just like evergreen trees, right? They remain green all the time, right? So basically, the whole Evergreen methodology or philosophy is all around ensuring our customers remain always up to date with the latest versions. If they're always up to date with the latest versions, they're going to benefit from the latest innovations that we bring into our twice yearly releases. And our solution set is very modular. So depending on business requirements or business change, our customers can activate certain elements of the solution as and when they need. This all boils down to we've made it as simple as possible for our customers to upgrade to different versions. Challenges arise, historically, challenges arise when you upgrade from one major version to another major version. The challenges are in all the customizations that wrap the previous version. They don't normally go with the upgrade, and they have to be kind of re-customized, if you like. So 2 ways that we help our customers upgrade easier, right? So IFS Cloud, first of all, it's hosted. It's a hosted solution, available both on public and private cloud. Secondly, we have tried using things like business process workflows and APIs to reduce the customizations that our existing customers have. And we have a program called Momentum around that, where we'll go in, we'll look at the existing legacy solution, and we'll do what's called an upgrade assessment to look at what they have, where the customizations are, how we can remove those customizations so we can make that evergreen journey more seamless for our customers. And in fact, on our IFS Cloud versions, I think the average time for an upgrade to a major version is 3.2 hours. And that, if you compare that to previous versions, our non-cloud versions, it could take weeks, sometimes months, to carry out this upgrade.
You briefly mentioned sustainability efforts at IFS and also ESG part as well. We'd like to know more about the IFS Sustainability Planner, which is helping businesses drive their reputation and value.
The ESG Planner is it's basically a tool that helps to, and again, it is what it says on the tin. ESG aspects, it's environment, it's social, and then governing what's going on, where we are in terms of KPIs. So the planner is basically a tool that helps organizations bring all of their ESG engagements together in one place. Okay, so if you like, and the planner can push out either custom forms, for instance, emissions. If we want to check emissions, the tool can push out a form to the specific department so that the user of that department can register what the emissions were from either equipment or buildings for that particular time period. So that's one element. And then that all pushes to the planner. And then the planner, then you can also place into the planner things like KPIs. Those KPIs could be driven by the organization, or they could be driven by regulation. And ESG regulation, it's kind of like a moving target at the moment. It's constantly changing, constantly evolving. So, if you have one regulation that comes into force, another one, it could change over the course of a year. So we haven't reached a kind of equilibrium, if you like, at the moment when it comes to ESG governance and ESG regulations. So it's a one-stop place, if you like, where all ESG aspects from an organization can be reported and placed. Once the information is in there, then we can start to report on it. We can start to generate reports. We can an organization can look at their ESG performance compared to their KPIs or compared to their various different targets. And ESG is hot on everyone's agenda. If you look at annual reports these days, there's always huge sections on especially the environmental side of things. Where are we in terms of the planet, the green agenda, emissions, and all these kinds of things. So it's and remember, ESG is one of our 3 main pillars that govern our solution roadmap.
Thank you, Vijay, for speaking to us today. Nice having you with us today for Arabian Reseller, and we look forward to speaking to you in the future as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Chris, for having me.